It doesn't mean, hey, we want everybody to be able to do all this stuff in the future. It goes like this. We need to show them that journey. Here's what's going to happen here. Here's what's going to happen short term, medium term, long term. And this is what we're supposed to expect. That's how you position that premium offer so that they go, I'm willing to go on this full journey, not just, hey, can I get a taster of it? Could I just try the small thing? Because if you get yourself caught into constantly selling small offers, see, she smells small offers by this seashore right here, right? If you're constantly doing that, then you're going to start getting into that sort of recurring theme of just underselling and not helping them solve. And you're going to spend a lot more time selling small ticket offers.
Yep. Yeah. And I think a analogy I like to use and think about is shepherding. That if you're talking to a business owner client and their current reality is they're feeling really overwhelmed with business decisions, economic dynamics, regulations, whatever it is, and you can kind of see in their posture and their words that they are heavy. Promising a promised land in a week and how things are going to be so completely different is too much of a change for them. And so being able to communicate it of, hey, this is possible. And I am here as your shepherd and I'm going to guide you. I'm here with you. I've done this before. I've seen these situations many times before because this is what I specialize in. And I know how to get you to where you want to go. It may take a little bit of time, but I have confidence in my experience and in the steps that we will get there. And we may have we may take a few steps forward and a few steps back, but by changing the trajectory, I've always think about a ship, like if you just change the trajectory just like a little bit within a week, the path that the ship was on is going to be so different. And so being able to minimize the high level emotion that your client may be having and being able to lay it out in a process is easier for them to digest. And then you're able to provide and essentially help them step into that premium service, which is the ongoing advisory.
Yeah. And you're right. I mean, like, I think the biggest thing is like you said, is we gotta anchor like small, the key like behavioral changes over time. I think we can make the challenge we've got is we can make big promises. We could say, hey, I mean, everything is possible, right? For any business, anytime, anybody with the right people, the right process, right systems, right attitude. However, it does start with a small step. That's why the joint accountabilities, all that kind of accountability stuff is important because we say, hey, all we got to do is we got to start taking steps. Those steps lead to new skills, lead to new behaviors, lead to new attitudes, and this is what we're going to do, anchor this. A premium service really comes from a little bit more of a complex type of an ask that we're trying to go through. When we look at this, I also can think about, giving options to buy. One of the things we'll talk about, like when we do sales presentations, is talking about conceptual agreement. Give them 3 different options. Give them a low cost. So if they're coming at you, this is where we talk about cross sells, upsells, downsells, all the sells, smells, whatever we want to talk about, is giving them something. Hey, you know what? I know you came to me with this thing. Here's something you can do right away. Boom. It's a low cost way to do it. But we want an option 2, which is this is our typical way of handling things. This could be like a 90-day offer that you have. That's where we've got that phased offer in there. So you might have a 30 and a 90-day offer. But then you've got, like Kendall says, is how do we actually bundle advisory services? How do we offer ongoing type stuff? So I have people that might come to me for a sales seminar, maybe a keynote speaker, a workshop. Those I can sell those things, but those are really productized offers. I need to do a good job of understanding what they're going to do with it, how they're going to roll with it, what's that program that we should put in place, and the short, medium, long term. And your low cost, let's say your low cost is a $5,000 type of an offer, right? Then your typical cost might be 15 grand. That's a bit more that they're going to pay, but then your big cost is like a 50 grand. So that offer could be something where they go, wow, that's a bit uncomfortable. That's a big spend. But what it does, it talks a lot about like price anchoring. By price anchoring, they go, you know what? That 5K seems cheap now, right? And that 15K seems absolutely doable. But if you just present somebody with a $15,000 offer, they only have that out of context to say, well, I don't know if I can afford that. And you have to do a lot of work selling it. But if you show them the different ways that you can work together, giving them a low, medium, high offer, and you use it as price anchoring, then you should be looking at, say, 75% of your business comes in that option 2. You might have another maybe 10, 15, maybe 15, 20% of option 1, but you still can have potentially 5 to 10% of that option 3. And what would that feel like to have those kind of really good compelling offers that once in a while you get those sort of big contracts that are happening there. But then option two are the way that you're selling in a phased way to be able to land option three later. So you're not really trying to get option threes right out of the gates as like the initial close, but you're letting them know that there are ways that you can work together, and there's a bigger problem we're trying to solve. So you're trying to get them not to agree on what they're going to do about it, but to agree on that there's a need to do something.
Yeah, I mean, a excellent step in offer is the succession planning assessment, a comprehensive deep dive diagnosis on where they are, where they want to be, and what's getting in the way. And that's not, I mean, it's incredibly educational for the business owner. It's incredibly, and then also motivating for them to know, because oftentimes they're seeing just a whole bunch of problems and issues, especially